Getting access on great ideas hasn't always been easy. Back in the day, it will only be possible if you are literate, educated, rich, or a man. Good thing times had changed. The internet has made sharing ideas a breeze, and no one's doing that better than TED. No, not you, silly. I'm talking about the non-profit organization that's big on spreading awesome ideas. Twice a year, TED holds a conference with ideas from everyone around the world, gives some mind blowing talks, and then TED sticks them online to watch it for free. Volunteers translated the video so wherever you are around this world, you can be inspired for the likes of Bill Gates, Malcolm Caldwell, or Jane Goodall. So, what is TEDx? TEDx is a way for you to run a mini TED style events in your own town. Whole talks about the issues around your community, free from corporates, politicals, and religious agendas. So take part and don't stop watching TED Talks online. Keep an eye for the TEDx events, and if you're up for it, apply to start your own. TED, ideas worth spreading. Hello, good day and blessed morning to all of you. I am Desingaño, 19 years old, and I am taking the program of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. It is an honor to speak right in front of you today, and aside from being a speaker, I want to serve as an eye-opener to all of you and an advocate for advancement as I stand in front of you today. Imagine being told that your very existence is a sin, that your love for God is unacceptable. For many LGBT individuals, this is their daily reality within their faith community. I once came across a series that truly an eye-opener for me. It is called A Sex Education. You should really try to watch it, but just be careful since it's for 18 plus only. But overall, it is about the college life where we can relate and learn in many situations. Like me, watching it made me learn a thing or two from LGBTQ and my opposite sex's feelings, perspectives, and such. And watching this inspired me to talk about the LGBT religions, especially in their latest release season. Yes, our community are beginning to accept them. They prove it by painting the pedestrian lane a rainbow, by having to normalize a man dressed like a woman or vice versa. But in terms of religion, they still have none. And it seems like they still have no right to praise God since religion says that they're the third gender creatures. I was thinking, why do religions like this? So I searched and looked for the Bible verses on what are the factors that influences discrimination to LGBT community. Religious beliefs about LGBTQ plus individuals vary widely, but several factors contribute to why some religious groups believe that they do not belong to their faith communities. Many religions base on their beliefs on sacred texts that includes passage interpreted as condemning same-sex relationship or non-heteronormative behaviors. For example, certain interpretation of Bible, of Quran, and other religious scriptures contain verses that some adherents views as prohibiting LGBTQ plus identities. Additionally, religious doctrines often reflects the historical and cultural context in which they develop. In many societies, traditional gender roles and heterosexual norms were predominant, which influenced religious teaching to align these views. Religious leaders and institutions plays a crucial role in interpreting and reinforcing doctrinal teaching, and their interpretation can significantly influence the broader faith community's stance on LGBTQ plus issues. Some religious communities views LGBTQ plus identity as a challenge to traditional family structure and moral values, perceiving them as a threat to their established norms, something like that. There is also a fear of change within religious community, as new interpretations that are more inclusive of LGBTQ plus individuals can be seen as a departure from long-standing traditions and beliefs. Moreover, some faith communities emphasizes maintaining doctrinal purity, which involve strict adherence to traditional interpretation of religious texts, leading to the exclusion of those who do not conform to these interpretations. However, it is important to note that there is significant diversity within and among religious community, which globalization have taught us. Many religious groups and leaders advocate for the inclusion and acceptance of LGBTQ plus individuals, emphasizing principles of love, compassion, and justice. Some denomination and faith tradition have reinterpreted their teaching to be more inclusive, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. So these religious teachings have profoundly influenced societal attitude, in which we called as stereotyping, leading to a widespread discrimination. Although contemporary movements within these religions are increasingly advocating for greater acceptance and inclusion of LGBT individuals. So why am I telling you this? What's my purpose? What's its importance? Discussing this kind of topic is essential for several reasons. First, to promote human rights. The right to freedom of religion is a fundamental human right enshrined in international declaration in many national institutions. This right implies to all individuals, including LGBTQ plus people, ensuring that they can freely practice their faith without discrimination. 2. Equality and inclusion. Ensuring that LGBTQ individuals can openly practice their religion fosters a more inclusive society. It challenges stereotypes and prejudice that often portray LGBTQ people as inherently secular or alienated from religious communities. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm coming from. You see, there's one time I talked to a friend of mine. We talked a lot and then a lot, and then I just randomly asked him, "What's your religion?" He won't and he doesn't want to answer my question. But no biggie. If it's too personal for him, of course, I respected that. It just saddens me when he told me why he didn't want to answer it. Do you know what he said? He said that he couldn't really mention his religions since they have not accepted who he is. I mean, it's just sad because God is love itself. But religions could really hurt feelings of others who are in fact wanted to do is praise God without discrimination. Because after all, that's just they all wanted. And besides, we all are a sinner, LGBTQ community or not. We all are. So who are we to judge others? Right? Personal identity and fulfillment. For many individuals, religion and spirituality are core components of their identity. So denying LGBTQ people to the right to worship can harm their mental and emotional well-being, preventing them from fully expressing themselves and finding community support. Because religions made them believe that expressing their love for Jesus is not accepted in this community. 4. Interfaith dialogue and understanding. Encouraging discussions about LGBTQ plus rights within religious contexts can promote broader and interfaith dialogue, leading to greater understanding and respect among diverse community. This can also help religious institutions evolve and become more accepting and supportive of all their members, which really what should be working for, because empowering communities could lead to a great society. 5. Social justice and advocacy. Addressing LGBTQ rights within religious settings highlights the ongoing struggles for social justice. It could also encourage religious leaders and communities to advocate for the rights of marginalized groups, fostering a more just and equitable society. Meeting such unique spiritual and cultural needs of LGBTQ individuals requires faith communities to offer a lot of acceptance, a lot of inclusive theology, mental and emotional support, and adapted rituals. Such communities are essential for fostering a sense of belonging, allowing authentic faith expression, providing support, and empowering LGBT individuals in their spiritual and everyday life. Honestly, LGBT perspective can enrich theological discussion by expanding interpretation of sacred texts, emphasizing love and acceptance, exploring gender and sexuality, and bringing insights from experiences of marginalization. This diversity benefits the broader religious landscape by fostering inclusivity, strengthening community bonds, encouraging innovative practices, advocating for social justice, and enhancing global dialogue. Discussing LGBT issues in religion connects to globalization in several ways. Globalization spread ideas and practices across borders, including acceptance of LGBT people. As people from different backgrounds interact, they share views on sexuality and gender, affecting religious beliefs. Global human rights talk also push religious groups to think about LGBT rights. Migration brings different religious views into new environment, influencing acceptance of LGBT people. The internet helps people worldwide to talk about LGBT issues and religions. Activists from different countries work together to change various religious views and promote inclusiveness. Global businesses often adopt inclusive policies affecting social norms and religious attitudes. Legal and political change in various countries also encourage religious institutions to adapt. So overall, globalization connects diverse culture and ideas, helping discussions about LGBT issues and religion grow through more awareness and interaction. In supporting religious freedom and creation of inclusive spiritual spaces, we champion the principle of equality and justice, enriching our collective spiritual landscape. Advocate for inclusion within your faith community, educate ourselves and others on the unique spiritual needs of the LGBTQ individuals, and support LGBT-friendly congregations like Metropolitan Community Church, and Unitarian Universalist congregation. Engage in advocacy efforts for LGBT rights and religious freedoms, and considering joining or supporting them, making efforts to establish LGBT-centered religious spaces. Volunteer your time and skills, share your stories, and support leaders who are working towards inclusivity. Together, we can ensure that everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity, finds a spiritual home that welcomes and affirms them. Let us create a world where religious freedom truly includes everyone, fostering spirituality, growth, and community for all. Thank you, everyone.